Action. Okay, so now, we're just gonna right off the bat get quick into it. Xbox achievements, right? Okay, so it's always good to get some free money, right? Always good for a quick achievement and all that. So we'll start with ghost lore. In ghost lore, now ghost lore has actually some other easy achievements, but all you're gonna do when you play ghost lore, you choose a centennial. That's the one I chose. I chose the centennial or whatever it's called, tennial or whatever they. So you choose that as your class type. You're gonna play the game. The boss isn't even that hard, but every time you get a chance to hit the boss, because by that time, just kill the enemies before, kill all the little tiny enemies. Kill them because they'll drop stuff, and then you can just in your inventory put a bunch of upgrades on you, making it hard for him to kill you. And then any chance you get, because he's gonna be moving everywhere on the map, you'll find him too. The map's not big. You'll end up finding him. He's the first little boss thing, and his laser. But you don't have to hit him a lot. But you can hit him quite a bit if you're able to get a decent dodge. But yeah, you just hit him, dodge, hit him, dodge, and then once he's dead, you'll talk to the guy. He'll give you the compass. The compass will allow you to teleport. You got to do it right with him too. That way, you talk to him again, and you go back to the city, and then you confirm, go back to this safe city or whatever. And then once you get to the safe city, you'll just there'll be a talking sequence. There'll be on your map. It will show you in clear color from the different color icons, and you'll go to that one, and then you'll talk, and then the achievement will pop. So it's a lot to do, but it's not it's not hard. And you'll also progress yourself towards the other achievements. There is a hidden chest. I will say that's part of one of them too. There's a hidden chest. So if you look at some walkthroughs, the hidden chest will be right around the before you face the boss and all that. But yeah, it's not even hard. It's not difficult. It's just little, But you're getting an easy achievement. You're not spending money, because it's on Game Pass. So it's it's a win-win. It's the one you need to pay attention to too, because it's just one of those. Better to get it done with too. It's better to get that done with, because then all the other easy achievements, and then you're just stacking. But yeah, that's gonna be your daily achievement. A lot of detail, but not insane. Like I told you, the map's small. So okay, there's money. That's what money is like. It's almost 3 minutes. I find this even money also, this lame Exodia reprint. Investing in Yu-Gi-Oh is going to be something. I think it's better just at this point to invest into Yu-Gi-Oh Rush, because one, the ban list hasn't come out. The future products are talking about Exodia. Oh my gosh, Exodia, playing Exodia is like playing Gold Pride, or it's like playing a deck that is just the chances of that deck winning is not good. But it's kind of just a fun deck. And Exodia's reprint is very unnecessary, I'm sure. Maybe you save the price of getting the Exodia pieces, but like I told you, it's not a competitive deck, so another future product. And it was funny yesterday. It was that last video I did. It was funny, but this time it's just kind of annoying, So it's I could also for entertainment wise, I'll tell you what. I'm not too key on this Zeus being $25 And probably with tax, it's probably gonna add up to at least 27, maybe $26 or whatever. Not key on that being that because mainly when you're playing the card itself, there's strategies behind it, but for the most part, most duels and most of the competitive duels, when you play Zeus, normally you're gonna lose. You're just gonna lose because you put like all these resources into getting Zeus out, and now your opponent has a clear way of just getting at you because you put all that effort into that, and then your opponent will just go into a combo, get get completely past. Put some other stuff that you could have made better extra deck cards, or you could have made better, just better follow ups. But yeah, so Zeus at $15 makes sense, but like having it at the $25 now. Hopefully, you can still at the $15 range get your Zeus, but I know Konami well. They're gonna make that hard. And the reason they're going to make that hard is you're basically building a deck and you're having a complete deck. But even though you're having a complete deck, they don't want you not to get a bunch of cheap cards and not spend any money. So, but yeah, Zeus is just not. It's not a very good idea of the way they've done it. All the 25 range would be on like cards that like matter, but like yeah. Um, yeah, I don't know. It's funny how a situational card, yeah, and situational cards are the worst in the market. They're the worst to put them at a higher price because not value really there too. So all with that, right? All with that, okay. We're also going to be doing video game reviews, so we'll do a video game review on this for money. Tears of Kingdom being at like what $70, okay, which is kind of, but yeah, it's way better than Elden Ring, that's for sure. And Elden Ring is a game that needs to be $20, but yeah, Zelda Tears of Kingdom surprisingly, everything of it's good. The critical reviews, I've seen a little bit of the critical reviews where they're trying like, but none of it makes sense. All the animations are different. They're updated. The graphics are really good. It's one of the best graphic third person games I've seen. It's pretty good, and the boss battles are probably like they're just like the best boss battles ever. Like it's finally like a game that knows how to do boss battles, and it's just unbelievable boss battles. Unbelievable. Like the boss battles, like the amount of detail. It actually looks like a next gen video game, and it doesn't get like a perfect review. Like I'd rank it like you know probably like because the perfect review would be like something like 11 out of 10, but I'd say like 10 out of 10 or 9 out of 10. And it's just a really good game. There's so many things in it. There's so much customization. There's so much different weapons, different ways you can play the game. The gameplay. It's a nice thing to have. The temples, the little temple shrine dungeons are better. It feels more like a Zelda game. Because Breath of the Wild's dungeons were kind of like they weren't as detailed as this one is. And yeah, just overall the game's good. The story's very, very, very good. I don't know. TV shows and movies are probably just like the reason like the critical reviews from others is like TV shows and movies have high expectations now. Now they got to bring out the big things. Like I think that's why you have like movies like Leonardo DiCaprio and all that being promoted right now because they got a lot to put up with. Those cutscenes in Zelda, very good. The game's overall just very good. Even if like I try to be critical of the parts of the game, can't really be critical of it. And like there was like some kind of buffer. There's like some kind of like buffer comparison they're doing, but like See, that's the thing about a game. A game, you don't want it to always be like HD, 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 because then your eyes will hurt and your eyes will move and it'll ruin the atmosphere of the game. So it's good, like, when you have different textures that aren't, they're not they're not like loaded with a ton of detail, because then you're actually enjoying the game and you're actually seeing other things that you want to see. HD gaming is like a complete nerdy topic. It's like when you put too much detail into a video game, when you put way too much detail into it, it doesn't match with the other things in the background. So for the game to have like parts where it simplifies like the graphics and that's a good thing. That's well polished. That's different stuff to look at. That way you're not looking at the exact same thing over and over again. So it's like the very Zelda Tears of Kingdom is the very first step in next gen gaming. It's the very first step, and it's for to be doing that quickly and having next gen gaming out that quickly is very good. That's like the thing is it going to be better than Metroid Prime 4? No. But the fact that it was able to come out this quick, and it was able to do all that, good. um, yeah, because like when these other games come out, but like, and the thing is, it has a bunch of things. Like even Prime 4 is gonna beat it, but Prime 4 will just instantly beat it. But like it has things that you'll still pay attention to. It's not like when you're buying this game that you're gonna have the feeling of you wasted your money. So like you're not gonna have that feeling. So I mean, as long as you have that feeling in a game, you're pretty good so far. And yeah, just the just overall of it, and like making the enemy types that you think you wouldn't have cared about from because the first Breath of the Wild, but making them have a different purpose was a good idea, because Breath of the Wild's main problem was all some of their enemy types, but when in this one they made their enemy types better, and they made it feel more like a Zelda game. Okay, so other than that, all that stuff, because there's a lot of stuff. Where is it? It's like I still think I could shove one more thing in. Maybe like I could shove in a topic of I think Detroit Lions running back. I think what's his name, Ibiram. I think every NFL team's gonna have something interesting on their team from this, but like I think like because Ibrahim was not he was not drafted. He was an undrafted. I do believe, for some reason, I believe in this Ibrahim kid. I believe like there's going to be undrafteds that are starters again. I think that's just going to be a new thing with the NFL. I think like even your undrafted players can be starters. In the past, undrafted players would take a long time to develop, but now they're just like very valuable, and you have to like put guarantees on them, and you have to put because last year you would say maybe that just happened last year, but no, this year heading into like this season of NFL. So anybody that's on your NFL team, right, and as a practice squad, it'd probably be good to invest your time looking into them just to see. Just many things happen through a football player not getting a better bonus, not getting a better contract. In the past, though, they would be practice squatters. In the past they would, but now that we're in the future, basically they're just starters also. So there's that. So yeah, a lot of these NFL teams can be very different when they cut down to their 53 roster. Yeah, a lot of them just could be different, and the cuts could be even crazier this time. Like the cuts, and you could probably get a good player from cut. Like last year, they were getting good players from cuts, but this year you could probably be even. You're probably just guaranteed that once they cut that player, you're able to swoop in and pick up a good player. So a lot of teams could be very different this year. Yeah, I'll do a quick thing on that too. Like there's this Thursday night game that's gonna happen with the Eagles versus the Vikings. I'm gonna give you an easy prediction on that. I definitely in that matchup, I'd pick the Eagles because Kirk Cousins. It's kind of like another form of fanboyism because like there's a lot of people that have good memories of Kirk Cousins, and he even gave good memories to the Washington Commanders, whatever. Like when they were the other Washington team. But now Kirk Cousins is old. He's really old. His speed is not as good, and I can't stress that enough. That the hardest thing is like when you take something like Josh Allen, and Josh Allen's like he's a very good reflexes and runner, and that's the thing. Like they don't see that Josh Allen he's moving faster than Patrick Mahomes, and with his legs, and when it comes to Kirk Cousins, he's gonna need to use his feet in that. The defensive schemes that the Eagles run are just very good defensive schemes, and so basically you just right off the bat you could choose the Eagles, and it doesn't even like it's crazy because the Vikings definitely their organization wants to improve many things, but they haven't really figured out fixing their quarterback situation. And sometimes you're going to have to put some effort into your quarterback situation. You're going to have to find a quarterback. That was like, I guess, one of the main problems with the Indianapolis Colts that they even like. You could have like a lot of good key players on your roster, but if you're not having like a quarterback, or if you're not having like any kind of form of an offense, it's just not going good. So it's like right off the bat, the safe bet is just to go with the Eagles. Yeah, I don't know, and it just doesn't help that Kirk Cousins didn't want to follow. You know what I'm saying when I'm saying this. He didn't want to follow protocols. You know who didn't want to follow protocols? Aaron Rodgers, and now he's on another team. Yeah, but like normally these players that don't want to follow protocols, they kind of like they do that stuff. So there's that pick, and then okay, now that we're halfway into this video, now we'll talk about this. I believe this is the best part of the video. Because this part of the video, I'm just like, I know in the introduction, I got to just, start giving out more market stuff. But here's with this part, okay? So, have to do more research into Pajama Sam, of course. Because Pajama Sam was like, I want to get like a crazy one, kind of like the Gears of War thing with the Kate. But, this thing popped out of the blue, and I was like, and it's because I don't just pay attention to Tears of Kingdom. I pay attention to a lot of things, and there's just a lot. Like it's a different time era. There's a lot of stuff. It's just making it harder to pay attention to things. So King Zora, like whatever the King Zora. Before, when you're like in Zelda Ocarina of Time, you're Kid Link, and he has this annoying cutscene. They use it as comedy also because the king's having to move side to side to side. It's also probably used as like a loading thing and all that. But so that whole thing, of course, everybody was like, "What the heck is this?" What was that? There was a whole thing behind that, and so when they went into Zelda Breath of the Wild, um, they have a lot of, and we can't go too deep into this because it gets really scary. But like, okay, so right now, Zelda has a different thing that it can show. Okay, so the different thing that it's showing is like all these faces and all the stuff that you read, because like it's still like really mysterious even in Zelda Breath of the Wild. Zelda Tears of Kingdom, there's a different emphasis on it. And like I told you, there's more facial expressions in the characters. Um, but they still kind of have some of the Zelda Breath of the Wild things. And the reason is they're having both of those to mesh this thing down your throat. Like they're in a different way of repetitiveness. They're having like all these characters. They're having all these characters and all the NPCs of the game that you can talk to. They're having it so they can explain. Like if to this Mario 64 secret, okay? So me revealing anything about it, they have to have kind of like a merge, and a merge is just like a blockage to say, oh no, this is the project we were working on, that kind of thing. Like this is what we were working, which is, it's just a safe net from them too. So, but yeah, it's very scary. It is very scary. But like the as you know, like even in Breath of the Wild 1, when you go up to the characters, okay, so from they were working with it on Ocarina of Time, because Ocarina of Time they just had this cutscene of the Zora King, and they made it very awkward and very like human, kind of related to Americans too. And you see, Americans have watched. I think they've watched so many things, like movie wise, TV shows. You could even argue with like a simple thing like Terminator, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Star Wars, whatever. But people have just gotten to this. They've gotten to this, and that's what the hype, like Squid Games was very good because it was also had some stuff to it. It had like humanoids stuff, and humanoid stuff is like um it's so them just having you be forced in Breath of the Wild to like Breath of the Wild was like the first example of it. Like, you're forced to like when the thieves of like when they just come up to you, and they look like a normal person and then they turn into like the evil thief. And I'll break down Tears of Kingdom's character. There's a boss battle with Master. There's that. I'll break that down later. But so when it pauses and it allows you to hear what they're saying, and then they transform into it, that whole entire sequence is it's a good feel for like different kinds of gamers, and it's for just different people in general who just view TV shows, view movies, view all kinds of stuff, just in the world. And it's creepy because they're trying to make it feel like it's okay. Well, what they're showing, they're trying to make it feel like it's all right. But like, there is a scary element of it, and like, I can't go into like full detail until I get to that part. But they're trying to make it comfortable. They're trying to make any one of it. And even like Star Fox 64 was funny. It was funny. It wasn't like the other Star Foxes, because the other Star Foxes were really serious. But Star Fox 64 had like voice acting. And they've been working really hard on this, of course, because when you see something so scary, right? Like a powerful, scary. I'm telling you, it's very powerful, scary. I do think it is scarier than even the Star Fox original Super Nintendo stuff. Yeah, I don't think I know it is. It's scarier than that, and I'd only say a little though, because like yeah, the Star Fox Super Nintendo stuff was very scary. Um, so I'd only say a little, but yeah, it's just it just yeah, it's scarier. It's scarier. But okay, so I can only make it comfortable for you. You know, like I can only make it comfortable for you if I show it to you over and over again. Okay, so you could even argue Wind Waker. You know, Wind Waker had a lot of talking. Um, there was so what's the whole point of that, right? Um, we even have a catchy Mario Odyssey song saying like "You're still a one-up boy." I'm bringing that one up because you know when you're singing the song, I'm not going to sing the song, but as you noticed, I said the "You're still a one-up boy." I didn't even like put any. This has a huge spoiler feel to it, but I took some parts of it and I made sure not to make it like big spoilers yet, because I know like I know it has to be easy to understand. It has to be easy to understand before you get the creepiness of it. Like it has to be like, and they that's a very good it's a very good song. It's also been known as a controversial song because many people have their opinions on the song. Um, but like for me to give you the specific line, I gave you the specific line just so you feel the power of it. There's Oh boy, in this part right here, this is where we get confusing. Yeah, we're getting confusing right here. Um, the confusing part is like, I mean, like the merge. I'm telling you, there's gonna be a merge where it's gonna feel like Mario 64 and Shadow of Colossus are the same game. There's gonna be a merge. They're gonna feel like they're together. Um, and I think it's even merging with another game. I do think it is merging with another game, but like so in Breath of the Wild, there was another shocking enough. There was like, but like they all like their different characters in Zelda Breath of the Wild. There was but like some of the favorites was like Mifa's family member, him. But like there was. The other favorite was the bird, but of course for Star Fox fans and all that. But the fish guy, he was just like a very good anime feel. But now with Tears of Kingdom, the way that they've introduced the new characters in that, you know, and talking about with the Zora. See, we're not gonna do a full breakdown of this yet because it's very creepy. It's very creepy. All of it's creepy, but like this is it's very creepy how close we are getting into this. And you gotta know that the Shadow of Colossus people are working on Zelda Breath of the Wild and they're working on Zelda Tears of Kingdom. So like I told you, getting into part 2 of Shadow of Colossus is very complex. The character that the character model that they're using, they even used it in a trailer, and that was the crazy part too. So yes, we had a scary trailer, and we've almost got like a minute into this, a minute left of this, but like it's very scary because they put it as a trailer commercial. So it's a trailer commercial, and like we're not doing a breakdown of this yet, but just know that they're taking like because you're gonna meet these characters in the game, and there's some crazy stuff going on, dude. Some really crazy stuff, and the trailer is trying to make you pay attention to something else. But yeah, it's the characters, and the voice acting, and it's like, oh man, it's spooky, dude. It's really spooky. I don't know how I've even seen it this quick.